He is still known as the people's mayor. 35 years after Harold Washington's death, the influence of the first black man to lead Chicago can still be found at City Hall and beyond.
And now Washington's inner circle is celebrating his life and legacy ahead of a major milestone. WGN political reporter Taman Bradley brings us that story tonight.
He felt going into elected politics, he felt he could make a difference.
96-year-old Josie Childs is throwing a 100th birthday celebration for her late friend. She's the president and founder of his legacy committee.
I met Harold in '54. I didn't know him at all. And that's what I said in the book. Why he chose me to talk to, I don't know.
That I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor of the city of Chicago.
According to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Mayor.
39 years after he was first elected mayor, Harold Washington still looms large in Chicago politics.
Well, here's Harold!
His stunning electoral triumph over the Chicago machine remains a legendary tale. For progressive politicians, he's the gold standard. LaShawn Ford is a state representative.
He was what a mayor or a politician could model themselves after. You think about athletes and they model themselves after Jordan, and he's the greatest. I don't know if we could find a politician greater than Harold Washington.
Washington opened the door for many. Barack Obama moved to Chicago in part because of Mayor Washington.
As Harold Washington once said, politics ain't beanbag. It's tough. And that's okay.
Washington's career took him to the Illinois House, Senate, and Congress. He loved politics.
Day, morning, noon, and night. He ate, slept. I tell you, I just never heard of Harold say, I went over so-and-so's house and we played bid whist last night. He may have done it, but I just don't know about it.
Raised in a South Side political family, Washington pushed for fairness and transparency. Dick Simpson is a former Chicago alderman and an early supporter of Washington.
He was, in the modern era, the first progressive reform mayor. Before Harold Washington, there were very few African Americans or women or Latinos or gays in the city government, usually in token positions. After Harold, we had affirmative action in jobs and contracts. After Harold, we had freedom of information and the first ethics ordinance in Chicago's history.
Marilyn Katz did communications for Washington.
It was revolutionary, and I felt like a good revolutionary.
To take on the machine, Washington assembled a multicultural coalition.
It became more than a campaign. It became a crusade. And you would go down the street, and these buttons that were made up became like an ID bracelet. It was fellow travelers. Oh, I recognize you. You see me. I see you. Yes, we can do this, and there's so many of us.
James Montgomery served as Mayor Washington's Corporation Counsel.
Harold was, first of all, he was determined to make sure that everybody got a fair share of city services on the basis of simply being constituents. The black community, people were just shouting for the first time in years, getting their streets paved.
The old guard did not welcome Washington. His first term was marked by what's remembered as the Council Wars.
Eddie Verdoliak and Eddie Burke were able to get together 29 aldermen, give them all committee chairmanship, give them extra staff and appointments and patronage jobs, in essence, and to hold that coalition together against Harold Washington and his administration. They were brutal battles.
Council wars are over. Do you hear me? By order of the mayor, they're over.
Washington was well-read, his vocabulary legendary. Hermine Hartman looked up new words for the mayor.
We would talk every day, and it's like, and Harold would say, give me a word, give me a word. So we had to find a word for him to use. And then there was one time, and he would send reporters scrambling because he had to look up, what do you say? What do you mean? And we brought We brought some pocket dictionaries for the reporters, and Harold gave them out and said, keep up with me if you can.
As he kicked off his second term, privately, aides were worried about Washington's health.
We had about 3 dinners in one night. Harold ate at every dinner. You think I'm gonna miss all this food? I'm a single man. I'm not going home, nobody's cooking for me. I gotta eat when I can eat.
Washington died at City Hall, a heart attack. He was 65 years old.
There was a sadness that was, it was similar to the great events like Abraham Lincoln's death or other, maybe John F. Kennedy's assassination. That it was universal.
We lost a guy who probably would have been mayor for the next 20 years.
You know, it was tragic because he had just gotten the majority. And I just wonder what he would have done.
Washington left behind a template for grassroots victory.
I can't help but feel the spirit of the great late Mayor Harold Washington here with us this morning.
Harold Washington, man who defeated the machine, a champion of inclusion, equity, and reform, inspiration to many.
I think that there's a little hero in all of us. There's hero in all of us, and we just have to dig in and use it.
The Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Committee, in collaboration with Chicago City College's Harold Washington College, have created an online ebook with remembrances and photos. For more information, go to our website, WGNTV.com. Tamon Bradley, WGN News.
Such a powerful influence on the city of Chicago. And most people remember, like with JFK, where they were when they found out that he died.
Yeah, how many lives he inspired. Our thanks to Tamon. Well, still ahead tonight, boxes of White House records found at former